Hi everyone, Dan here. Wanted to go ahead and put together a video review of the CTOMS Belt system. The company's name is CTOMS. The website is ctoms.ca. That is Charlie Tango Oscar Mike Sierra Charlie Alpha. The company's based out of Canada, but most everything's actually made here in the US. So if that's a pet peeve for you, which it kind of is for me, rest assured, even though you might be buying it through Canada, the stuff is made here in the US, and I'll try to highlight some of those tags as we go through the review process. I've been asked a lot of questions about this at some local shooting meets, and so that's kind of prompted me to go ahead and do this review. This is the belt as I've got it currently configured. You see I've got 4 fast mags on my left side, a roly-poly dump pouch directly in the back, Serpa holster, and then just recently acquired, and just recently released in fact, are the fast mag pistol pouches, which so far I am very pleased with. I just got them today, mounted them up here a little while ago, played around with them a little bit. They definitely retain the mags. You do not have to worry about them falling out, but yet they're quickly and easily accessible. And unlike my previous mag holders, which were the HSGI tacos, these are a lot easier to get the mags back in. So if you need to do an admin reload with retention, you can go ahead and get the mag back in there real easily. With the tacos, it was a lot harder to do that. Anyway, very happy with these. Talk about these a little bit later. The heart of the belt system consists of a very heavy duty 1 3/4 inch double nylon webbing belt. Attaches via the use of Cobra buckle. If you're not familiar with these are bomb-proof buckles. You can stake your life on them. In fact, the belt also comes built in with an attachment point should you need to use it for any sort of rope work or rescue situations. It's rated, I think, for 6 or 8 kilonewtons worth of dynamic force, so very well built, heavy-duty stitching throughout. Here you'll see the belt system made in the US. Again, so that's the heart of the system. Now attached to that are several padded sections. You have a left side, a middle which has a rubberized coating to help stabilize it against your clothing so it won't slip around. And then a back side, or a right side section as well. Now these are kind of a clamshell design in that they wrap over the belt, and they're fully adjustable as well. As you can see here, the left side panel is underlapped over the back side panel. The same is true over here. Here we see again that my left side section, or my right side section, is underlapped under the rear section again. So I have room to actually expand the belt out should I need to. That could be due to excessive eating, excessive drinking, or more appropriately, change in environment, going from hot climate to a cold climate where you're going to have extra layers of clothing. You can then expand the belt out without having to move any of your equipment on the belt. Again, this is all done via Velcro and just a couple of snap systems here. Now, when I bought this belt, you bought it as one complete configuration as far as the belt is concerned. Currently, last visiting their website, you can actually piecemeal the system now to where if you already have a belt that you want to use, you can just buy the padded sections and add that to your existing belt. Okay. Also, on mine, it came with a rescue loop in back. Currently mine is in a down configuration. It can be also put so it's facing up. Again, rescue situation, if if you're in harm's way, injured, what have you, and a buddy can come in, click a carabiner or some hook or whatever and drag you out from the backside and get you to safety quickly. This is now a added feature. It doesn't come with the belt system necessarily. You can pick whether or not you want to have that. They've also introduced a couple of other items. They have a H harness system, which will click into the 4 loops that are built into the belt. Also a leg harness system that can be attached to it as well. So if you're having to do some sort of high mountain work, you can actually have this configured as part of a climbing harness. So again, a great setup. It's very well built. One of the key factors for me was the fact that it doesn't flop around on you. A lot of other belts might be a little taller. They may either have another level or 2 of MOLLE webbing or just extra padding on there. And what I see a lot of times is that kind of flops around on your body. So all your equipment's kind of flopping around like this when you're moving or what have you. And for me, at least, I do not like that. I like my equipment to be kind of form-fitting, close to my body, easily accessible, where I'm always going to know where it's at, so I can do a blind reach and be confident I'm going to get the right thing that I'm reaching for, and not end up reaching, between the magazines and my person and flopping around and trying to figure out, what's going on. So I really like that, especially when you get into magazines like these 14 round Smith & Wessons, which are obviously taller. You got 230 grain rounds in there. They weigh a pretty decent amount, so there's a lot of weight on there, and so they don't flop around. And that's, again, pet peeve of mine. It may not be a concern of yours. So just note that with this system, it is very form-fitting, and your equipment isn't going to flop around on your person. Now, in my configuration, as you've already seen, I've got 4 fast mags on my left side. If you're not familiar with these, they're awesome magazine pouches. Personally, I think they're the best out there. You don't have to fumble around with straps or different retention systems. Your magazines go in, they stay in. These can even be upside down, and they will not fall out until you pull them out. And that's, even with a fully loaded, 28, 30 rounds of 223, they'll stay in. The Fast Mag pistol pouches, which were just recently released, and in fact I just got these today and mounted them up. Really like these as well. They really hold on to the mags, and you can get them out when you need to, and then if you have to do a admin reload or reload with retention, you can put them back in and they'll be stable and easy to get in and out. The previous ones that I had on here, the HSGI tacos, I was not very fond of. They sort of held the mags okay, but when I got these 14 round mags, they could have a tendency to fall out, and trying to get the magazine back into the pouch was a real pain. So anyway, just like their rifle mag pouches, the new Fast Mag pistol pouches are excellent. Highly recommend them. A little pricey, but I just think they're worth it. They come in 2 versions: a MOLLE-based version, which will have this extra tab, which if you had in a vest type environment, this would actually fit underneath one of the rows of MOLLE. I like having it on a belt system just because it gives kind of a guide slope, if you will, for the magazine to kind of slip in. So if I'm doing it blind and not looking what I'm doing, I can kind of feel around, feel that, know where it's at, bump the mag next to it, and then just slide it in. So real happy with those. Again, standard Serpa holster, a roly-poly dump pouch. If you're not familiar with these are great. Basically lift up and then out, and your pouch is open. You can put that in there. When you're done using it, just fold it back up, put the strap down, Velcro over. In my case, I'll just tuck that up underneath there, keep it out of the way. Overall, a really great belt system. I will admit it's a bit pricey when you put it all together, but for me, I really feel this is going to be one of those one-time purchases. You know, I've gone through a couple of different pistol pouches. I'm so glad that ITW came out with the pistol version of the Fast Mag. I don't think I'll be looking anymore for different pistol mag pouches. I think these are it. And I definitely know for rifle mags, without a doubt, the best that's out there. They also make a big boy version for 308. So if you're, you know, if you're shooting 308, they have a version available for that as well. Very similar construction, and I've heard excellent things about it as well. I have no reason to doubt that it wouldn't work just as well as the 223 base systems. Anyway, that's my review of my belt and its specifics, or specifically the CTOMS system. If you have any further questions, definitely feel free to comment, or if you see me out at one of the Texas Combat Shooters matches, you can ask me there, and I'll be happy to, you know, answer any of your questions. That's it for now, and I'll talk to you again. Bye.